We have the IOCCC Most Likely to Dazzle Award.
And so you thought that they dazzled by the previous winner. Wait until you see the dazzling award.
Well, let's bring out the award.
And the IOCCC Most Likely to Dazzle Award goes to Yusuke Endo from Japan.
And here is the code. Now, those that know what the code looks like, this is in the shape of a valve, as some people call it, or vacuum tube. And you see here, you've got the tube at the top where the vacuum was drawn off and glass was sealed off here. The bottom, you have the probes that would go into a socket to give you your set. So here is here again would be the electrical leads that go into your socket. And this is the top, and inside is a vacuum with some stuff. Now you say, well, what kind of stuff is there? If you run the program with an argument CODE, this is what you get. So what you see is that that wherever the source had a C, it's highlighted in, or an O or a D or an E, it's highlighted. And the intensity of the letters will control the color glow around them. So, okay. So it's a lot. Well, here's a case. We say, instead of CODE, we say IOCCC, and we see the I's and the O's and the C's being highlighted. You say, that's fine, but tell me more. Well, here is a program where we alternate show you what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0 looks like. What you saw was really the in the form of a Nixie tube, what a Nixie tube would like. That source was in the form of a Nixie tube, and you see what happens when you charge the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9 or 0 set. The old notion was that you could display digits in a vacuum tube, and some of the early retro stuff there did this. Here's an example of a Nixie tube clock where you can combine his code. You can have the columns or the digits, and there's a clock.sh where it can run, and you get a nice 24-hour display that will keep track of clocks. And again, the program is taking its code, giving it an argument, and displaying the actual glowing stuff. It is a really fun piece of code, and it's quite dazzling.
Yeah, just search for a Nixie tube clock to see how it looks in real life.
I will say there's a fun challenge, and you just saw was the primary thing was for the digits 0 through 9. But if you took and made an alternate version of the program, can you do something that will show the ASCII uppercase letters? Can you make alphanumeric? Now, obviously, you would need to embiggen the code, because it would be too cramped to have Nixie set. But can you produce a larger version of that valve, that Nixie tube, that could let you show alphanumerics?
Bonus point, it looks like a Nixie tube.
Yes. But it would certainly be, you need to get bigger, because there's not enough, but think about the Nixie tube, there wasn't enough stuff to have letters there that would be, it would be too crowded. But you don't have to do that. You could produce a perfectly cromulent version of the embiggen and tube size to do ASCII stuff. That's a challenge for you to try.
Well, since we have probably embiggened Yusuke's ego just slightly.
We should challenge them. Yes, we should, that they have their congratulations for their 22nd winning entry and second of IOCCC29.